Under the blinding lights of Gillette Stadium in the autumn of 2025, a familiar figure stands on the sideline, jaw clenched, headset on, eyes laser-focused. Mike Vrabel, once the bruising linebacker who helped shape the New England Patriots dynasty, now the man tasked with guiding its next chapter. From the locker rooms of Akron to the roaring nights of Foxborough, Vrabel's journey is not just about football. It's about evolution. About a man who lived the grind, tasted the glory, fell from favor, and fought his way back to command one of the NFL's most storied franchises. As of now, Mike Vrabel's estimated net worth stands at around $20 million, built not only on lucrative coaching contracts, but also on legacy. Yet what money cannot measure is the relentless drive that defines him. The fighter, the teacher, the father, the tactician. Early life. Michael George Vrabel was born on August 14, 1975 in Akron, Ohio, the kind of blue-collar American town that breathes competition into its kids. Akron was a place of hard work, tight communities, and Friday night lights. Vrabel was raised in that classic Midwestern ethos, where effort mattered more than excuses. Though little is publicly known about his parents' personal details, friends and coaches have described his upbringing as no-nonsense, full of discipline and accountability. Those early lessons forged a young man who never took shortcuts, a trait that would define him both on the field and on the sideline. He attended Walsh Jesuit High School in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, a Catholic school known for its academic rigor and competitive sports programs. There, Vrabel wasn't just another kid trying out for football. He was a phenomenon in the making. Coaches recall a tall, strong, raw athlete who thrived on physical contact and competition. It was during those high school years that the foundation of his football IQ began to form. Not just brute strength, but awareness, anticipation, and leadership. Teammates described him as intense, confident, and almost too competitive. He played like he had something to prove, because he did. By 1993, college scouts had their eyes on him. And when Ohio State University called, it wasn't just an offer, it was destiny. College career. At Ohio State, Vrabel became a legend in scarlet and gray. From 1993 to 1996, he anchored the Buckeyes' defensive front, playing defensive end with a ferocity that terrified quarterbacks across the Big Ten. In his sophomore and junior seasons, he recorded back-to-back double-digit sacks. His blend of strength, hand technique, and relentless pursuit earned him the Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year, not once, but twice, an achievement shared by only a handful of players in the conference's history. But it wasn't just his stats, it was his presence. He played like a general on the field, barking commands, reading plays before they unfolded, rallying teammates after every stop. In 1996, Vrabel was named a consensus All-American, cementing his status as one of college football's most feared defenders. Years later, Ohio State would name him to their football all-century team and enshrine him in their athletic Hall of Fame, a testament to a player who left an indelible mark on Buckeye football. Behind the numbers was a young man growing into his identity, learning what it meant to lead, to prepare, and to outthink an opponent. Those lessons at Ohio State would become the philosophical bedrock of his future coaching style. Professional career. The Pittsburgh beginning, 1997 to 2000. The Pittsburgh Steelers selected Mike Vrabel in the third round of the 1997 NFL Draft. It wasn't a glamorous pick, and Vrabel wasn't a star overnight. In those early years in Pittsburgh, he was a role player, a rotational linebacker who had to earn every snap. But if you watched closely, you could see the makings of a future coach. Vrabel studied schemes obsessively, stayed after practice, and asked endless questions. He played behind veterans, absorbed everything, and quietly built a reputation for preparation and toughness. It was in Pittsburgh that Vrabel learned the steelworker mentality that would later define his coaching identity: discipline, accountability, and no excuses. The Patriot years, 2001 to 2008. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 2001, Bill Belichick's New England Patriots signed Vrabel as a free agent. To the world, it was just another roster move. To history, it was the spark that lit a dynasty. Vrabel's versatility made him a perfect fit for Belichick's system. He could rush the passer, drop into coverage, call out protections. And in a twist that would become NFL folklore, he could catch touchdowns. In Super Bowl 38 against the Carolina Panthers, Tom Brady hit Vrabel, a linebacker, for a 1-yard touchdown. The following year, in Super Bowl 39, he did it again. 10 receptions, 10 touchdowns, an unheard-of stat line for a defensive player. But the flash wasn't what defined him. It was the grind. Vrabel was the brain and the backbone of that Patriots defense, the one who could translate Belichick's cryptic game plans into battlefield clarity. Teammates called him the extension of the coach on the field. He helped the Patriots capture 3 Super Bowl titles, XXXBI, XXXBI, XXXIX, and earned a Pro Bowl and first-team All-Pro selection in 2007. When the Patriots' 2007 team went 16-0 in the regular season, Vrabel was right at the center. A veteran voice, keeping the locker room grounded amid the chaos of perfection. Final chapter as a player, Kansas City, 2009 to 2010. In 2009, Vrabel was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs, where he spent 2 more seasons. He wasn't there to chase stats, he was there to teach. Young players described him as a player coach before he ever officially became one. In 2011, after 14 seasons, 57 career sacks, 11 forced fumbles, and 3 Super Bowl rings, Mike Vrabel retired. But he wasn't leaving football, he was just changing positions. Coaching career. Ohio State. From player to professor, 2011 to 2013. Vrabel returned home, not to rest, but to teach. He joined Ohio State's coaching staff in 2011, mentoring linebackers and later, defensive linemen under Urban Meyer. On the practice field, he was intense, demanding, but his players loved him for it. He taught them not just technique, but mindset, how to think like professionals. He learned, too, how to structure practices, manage personalities, and lead from the front. It was here that Vrabel's coaching philosophy began to take form. Toughness isn't about yelling. It's about doing the hard things when no one's watching. Houston Texans. The NFL Apprentice, 2014 to 2017. In 2014, Vrabel joined the Houston Texans as linebackers coach under Bill O'Brien. It was a natural fit. The defense was stacked. J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, Whitney Merciless, and Vrabel became the spark that unified them. By 2017, he was promoted to defensive coordinator, calling plays and orchestrating one of the league's most aggressive fronts. His ability to motivate stars while developing young players turned heads across the NFL. He wasn't just an assistant anymore. He was a head coach in waiting. Tennessee Titans. The Commander arrives, 2018 to 2023. January 20th, 2018. The Tennessee Titans handed Vrabel the keys to the franchise. The Titans were talented but inconsistent, a team stuck in the middle. Vrabel changed the culture overnight. Gone were the excuses and the almosts. In came accountability, physicality, and a mantra that echoed through the locker room. Good teams find a way to win the ugly games. In his second season, 2019, the Titans shocked the NFL. After a 2-4 start, they surged into the playoffs, dethroned the Patriots in Foxborough, and took down the top-seeded Ravens before falling 1 game short of the Super Bowl. Vrabel had turned a middling roster into a fearless one. By 2021, the Titans finished 12-5, clinched the AFC's #1 seed, and Vrabel earned NFL Coach of the Year honors. His sideline energy, fiery yet controlled, became iconic. He coached like he played, strategic, aggressive, and utterly fearless. But by 2023, things soured. Injuries, roster turnover, and tough losses led to a disappointing 6-11 record. The Titans parted ways, a shock to many fans. But Vrabel didn't dwell on it. He knew football, like life, has seasons, and his next one was already calling. Return to New England. The homecoming 2025 present. In January 2025, the New England Patriots announced Mike Vrabel as their new head coach. It was poetic, the soldier returning to lead the army where he once fought. When he walked back into Gillette Stadium for his introduction, the cheers were thunderous. Patriots owner Robert Kraft called him a bridge between our past glory and our future identity. Vrabel, now 50, stands on that sideline in 2025 not as the student, but as the master. The dynasty's energy has changed, but the mission remains the same: to win. And if anyone can restore that old Patriot spirit, discipline, grit, and belief, it's Mike Vrabel. Personal life. Off the field, Vrabel is a family man, a father, a husband, and a quiet philanthropist. He married Jennifer Bullen Vrabel, his college sweetheart, in 1999. Jennifer was a volleyball standout at Ohio State, competitive, athletic, and resilient, much like her husband. Their marriage has endured the chaos of football life: trades, relocations, long nights, and spotlight pressures. Through sheer partnership. Together, they have 2 sons. Tyler Vrabel, born around 2000, followed the family legacy into football. A former offensive lineman at Boston College, he signed with the Atlanta Falcons in 2022. Coaches praise him for his toughness and maturity, traits unmistakably inherited from his father. Carter Vrabel, their younger son, chose a different sport: baseball. He played infield for Tennessee Tech, blending athletic precision with calm confidence. The Vrabel home is a competitive one, where game talk never really ends, but laughter always wins. Beyond family, Vrabel is deeply committed to giving back. His Second and Seven Foundation, founded with former Buckeye teammates, promotes childhood literacy in Ohio schools. The foundation provides free books and reading programs to kids, emphasizing the same discipline and focus that shaped Vrabel's career. He's a private man, rarely flaunting wealth or luxury, preferring time with family, barbecues with players, and quiet evenings over grand appearances. Faith plays a subtle but guiding role in his life, often reflected in his humility and gratitude in interviews. House tour and car collection. Mike Vrabel isn't known for showmanship, but success has its rewards. During his years in Nashville, Vrabel and Jennifer owned a beautiful suburban estate, featuring sprawling lawns, outdoor kitchens, and an interior designed for both comfort and hosting. In late 2024, reports surfaced that the couple sold a Tennessee property worth nearly $5 million as they prepared to relocate back to New England. While he keeps details private, sources describe his taste as modern rustic, a blend of simplicity and luxury, emphasizing functionality over flash. His car collection mirrors his personality. Refined, practical, yet powerful. He's been seen driving luxury SUVs, including a Range Rover and a Cadillac Escalade, and is rumored to own a classic Ford F-150, a nod to his Ohio roots. No fleets of supercars. No paparazzi driveways. Just the essentials: strong, reliable, efficient, like the man himself. Mike Vrabel's journey is far from over. He's still riding it, on the sideline, headset in place, molding men into warriors. His story isn't about flash or scandal. It's about substance. About believing that greatness isn't given. It's earned, in film rooms, on practice fields, and in moments when no one's watching. He embodies the evolution of football itself. From the gritty linebacker who once sacked quarterbacks to the cerebral coach now mentoring the next generation. When fans look at him pacing the sideline in 2025, they see a reflection of 2 decades of Patriot pride and Ohio toughness. A man whose entire life has been football, family, and faith in the process. As of October 6, 2025, Mike Vrabel is alive, active, and thriving, steering the New England Patriots toward their next chapter. His net worth may read $20 million, but his true wealth lies in legacy. The respect he commands, the players he's molded, and the fire he's kept alive. From Akron's cold mornings to Super Bowl nights, from steel grit to championship gold, Mike Vrabel's story is one of relentless belief. Because in his world, as he once said to his team, you don't wait for greatness, you hunt it down.